Hey, what's up, everybody?
How's it going?
Morning, M. Howell. Morning, Brian. Morning, Mark. Morning, Merrilee. How's everybody doing?
Penny, how's it going?
Hey, Penny. Curtis, Gerald, Jenny.
Lookadoo.
Lookadoo. yeah, Lookadoo. You were in my the car detailing thing yesterday. What's up, guys? I hope everybody's doing good. So for today, we've got three things that we wanted to do with y'all. Kind of wanted to show off something Chad's been working on, something that happened at 10 a.m. versus where it is now. Wanted to show off what you guys can actually do in just an hour and a half. Also wanted to talk through about Chad actually rebuilding. What is it called? Oh, Get Junky With It. I don't know why I forgot it for a second.
Yeah.
Get Junky With It. In one of y'all's. Yeah. Don't sing it. Don't sing it too much, man.
Oh yeah.
And so we're gonna redo one of the Get Junky With It in y'all's vertical. So let us know in the chat what you guys are in, whether it's coaching, chiropractic, whatever it is, and we're gonna refresh it for you guys live here. And then also, we're going to do a little refresh on one of y'all's sites. So if y'all have something y'all been meaning to do, we wanted to show off just exactly what Overskill could do and refresh something y'all have been wanting. So let us know what verticals you're in the chat. Let us know if you've got a site you've been wanting to refresh. We're going to do that for you live here in person and give that away. So
drop your questions in the Q&A below the chat.
Yep.
We'll look at those too.
Yep, drop that all in, but that's our plan for today. So to get started, I think Chad's got something to show off for us.
Yeah, so let me share my screen. So I basically wanted to start with the Get Junky site that I was showing you yesterday, a couple days this week actually. So I actually, it's in the templates right now, so I just wanted to create my own version. So I basically at 10 a.m. this morning, I was like, okay, let's try to turn this into a chiropractic business using this template. And obviously, I wasn't sure how it was going to translate, but this is how it translated just by one prompt. And I can show you the beginning prompt at the very top. This is when I remixed the app. So it brought it in and it asked me okay, tell me what you'd like to change and I'll customize it for you. And all I gave it was, I'd like to change this for a chiropractic business. And I didn't put any other details into it. And then it came back actually with some questions. And so this is part of what we're talking about, plan being built into build mode now. It's it didn't go to build right away. It was going to ask me some clarifying questions. And so the questions it asked is obviously a business name. Do you have a business name? It gave me an example of Align Chiropractic. I was like, sure, let's run with that.
That's good.
And then two, do we want to keep the current online booking upfront card payment? So in Get Junky With It, I wanted, if people were doing a dumpster rental, I wanted them to go through the booking process and put in a credit card. I don't think that really makes sense for a chiropractic office. Usually you'd pay in office, obviously with insurance and everything. So I said, let's just switch it to appointment request and then pay in office. So this is what I did, and it went through, built it all, and in the end, just remixing that to the chiropractic business, I think, let me see if I can find it, cost me 14,556 credits, which might seem like a lot, obviously, because that's a huge chunk that it took to kind of remix it. But you have to think of where I started with this. So with Get Junky With It, I probably put 100,000 credits into that business. Just kind of doing the admin in the background and everything. So when you think about it, it's cost savings. If you remix that, you're okay, they already set this up. They already built it all for you, and I'm just going to take it. I'm going to remix it to what I want to do. So $14,000 or 14,000 credits isn't that much when you're starting with this. And basically, over the past hour, I've been okay, what else can I do? I've kind of used some of the suggestions, but I also was yeah, let's create a hero image. That was a suggestion because on the Get Junky With It, let's see, do I have that? I don't have that open right now, but it didn't have any background image. So I was let's add a background image, change it up a little bit. And so I added that. It added this. I took a screenshot. I was hey, wait a second, I can't see the text. And then it just made this gradient over top of the image to make it look better. And on top of that, I was like, okay, let's create a searchable library of common conditions. I don't know much about chiropractic
I was gonna
business.
say, was that a suggestion?
That was
he
a
gave?
suggestion.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So that's where I've been at. And honestly, I don't know where they put that. Let's see. All content's educational only. Maybe it's under services. Oh, yeah. I think this is where it's at. So, yeah, you can kind of see how it's kind of turned what I had into the chiropractic business. And so this is like a great starting point for me to start like iterating on, making this more available. Like, let's go into the booking, see what it did.
Dang, that looks so good.
Okay, yeah, so text appointments, kind of kept that from Get Junky with it. Reason for visit, that's new. How did you hear about us? Yeah, this is what I had to Get Junky yesterday because I think this is great for leads to understand where they found you.
Where you can pour more money into, like what's working, what's not. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously the change of booking is free. You only pay at your visit. Bring your insurance card. So, yeah, so this is a great starting point. So, like, if I wanted to go out and be like, all right, let me go to the chiropractor businesses around my area and kind of like show them this and say, hey, this is what I can build you. Like I could start charging for that.
Yeah.
And so like that's like what's so cool about remixing is like if you see an idea and then you're like, okay, let me make it mine. Let's go with that. Another thing I wanted to look at because I haven't looked at it yet is like the admin view of this. So let's see if we can drop down into the admin view. Yeah, and it kept the sidebar that I created in Get Junky. Obviously, crew route doesn't really make sense, so I might go in and try to fix that. But yeah, if I get bookings, messages, like this is what I kind of built into Get Junky with emails or text. Like that's another thing I wanted to show. This is the Get Junky side. So you can see it's kind of matching what I did here. But in Get Junky, I created this system where like obviously if somebody rents a dumpster, I want to like confirm that the dumpster's on the way. And like the person will automatically get an email. And you'll see this right here, like after they complete a booking, that it was confirmed. And so I wanted on my end, like if I'm the junk removal business, I got the dumpster ready and I'm going to start heading over to drop it off at the location. I wanted to alert them that it's en route to drop off. So I added this function to mark that. And so now I can refresh this page. They'll get a new email for each of the progress steps. And so now it tells them, hey, it's en route to drop off. So it'll send them an email, and then I haven't set up text yet, but I want to set up text so they'll receive text for that. And then back in this panel, I actually got their address. So you can click the navigate. It'll pull up maps.
Oh, nice.
So the crew knows where to take it. Add notes. And then I added like this sign off and complete. And then in bookings, like this is like another cool thing. I wanted this to be used as kind of like an iPad version. So like you're on the go, you're driving, you can pull this up on your iPad. And then when you kind of pick up the dumpster, we have a checklist that you have to go through, capture any photos, upload. Wait, this doesn't really make sense. So this is like another thing that's like that it built. I was like, wait a second, like I have to take what was put into the dumpster and I have to go, get rid of it. So the weight kind of comes after.
Yeah.
Somebody who puts all this trash and stuff in the dumpster. So I might want to change like this sequence.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So like, but that like gave me an idea. It's like, okay, if it's overweight, can I do an add-on?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing I added into the admin dashboard. So if they sign here and you tell them up front, like, hey, if it's overweight, it's an add-on fee of like $25 or something. I can go back in and change that with these add-ons.
Nice. Okay, so I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
Because I think I want to clarify some stuff for everybody. So, first, the remix on Align Chiropractic. You said that was 14,000 credits to remix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of want to frame that because you did touch on it, and I think it's really important. 14,000 credits, it's not small. That is a good bit.
Yeah.
And I think when you actually calculate that out, it's around $100 in credits, which sounds like a lot. And I mean, $100 is it's not a little bit. But I kind of want to reframe that because I think it's important to have the right context. Is this was, like you said, taken from an app that you spent like over 100,000 credits on building out like all of the nitty gritty details. And you basically got that for 14,000 credits.
Yeah.
For a new chiropractic business.
Yeah.
Which is so sick.
Yeah. I mean, like the booking method on the main page, like you're going to get leads out of that. So that's going to show up in your leads.
Absolutely.
You can build in reviews. So when people leave reviews, they'll show up in here. And even just like emailing and alerting customers when they book of like, oh yeah, your appointment's booked, confirmed. Like that'll be in bookings, but we can change obviously like these logos of the truck. That doesn't really make sense. And the crew route. But yeah, you have the bookings, messages, leads, customers, and kind of overview of like when people kind of like sign up on your website.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to frame for you guys is like, if I asked any of y'all, hey, for $100, I will get $100 in an hour and a half. Is that right? Like an hour and a half, not even an hour and a half. Cause you got the 14,000 credit version probably in like what, 10, 15 minutes from the remix.
Yeah, it didn't
so
take long.
An hour.
Remix.
So I'll give you for $100 and 30 minutes of your time. I'll even double it. 30 minutes of your time. I'm going to give you a fully functioning app for your business. Like, I don't know anyone who would say like, no, that's a terrible deal. Like,
exactly.
Like $100. Like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, especially somebody like me, who's like, I don't know coding.
Yeah. Like
this is me just like coming up with ideas, like looking at suggestions like, that'd be great. And I saw a question like, how did you prompt it to do like, let's see. What was that question? I don't know. Something along the lines of how I got the sidebar in there in the admin. I basically told it that. I said, hey, so like I think there's in Get Junkie, I had like a dashboard. Maybe if I pull it up in the chiropractor one. But basically, it was just pretty standard. Like, it didn't have like this sidebar navigation. It just had bookings right here. And I was like, hey, I actually want to build this out to be kind of like a hub, like for the operations side of the Get Junkie. Can we create a sidebar? And then I think from that prompt, it gave me some suggestions like, oh yeah, we can add in bookings, messages. And I kind of built off of that. And then I added the crew route. I added the review section, and then, and then I just went in and I was like, okay, this is kind of me like brainstorming. I was like, what does the business need to kind of know when they have bookings, know who they've confirmed? If you get a lead, you can call, you can text, you can open on the side here and see all their information, where they found the source, like it shows in Facebook. It's like anything helpful for the business to understand and figure out, just like a system for like their leads and bookings. Like that's what I was thinking through. And so like it was, I think the sidebar one was actually pretty simple. I just had, hey, in the admin view of my app, I want a sidebar navigation for just the operations of the business.
Yeah. And so I think I've seen a couple questions and I want to make sure I answer them. And I think it all revolves sort of around credit spend, remixes, all that sort of stuff. So first one being like, when it comes to remixing, do you do that first and then prompt it, or do you prompt it before remixing? And so we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I want to make sure that I drive it home again just to make sure that everybody understands. So there are two ways to remix an app. So you can either do that by getting an app's remix link. So there are ways to get that by if you visit a page built on Overskill, you can kind of see it in the window here. There's like that little white circle. That will give you somebody's remix link just by clicking on that. But we're already here. We're already at the remix link. So if anybody has built an app on Overskill and they're allowing it to be remixed, You can click on that. It'll take you here, and you just click on create your own version. In this window, there's no way to let it know prior what you want to change. But when it imports it into your account, it's going to cost little to no credits at all, because it's just basically copying it into your account. If there are errors or anything when it brings it over because there was something broken on their end that you don't necessarily see, and it sees that and it fixes it, that might cause some credit usage and stuff like that. But for the most part, remixing an app flat as it is will cost little to no credits, and you don't necessarily have to prompt it. And then you can prompt it afterward, like what you said, when you guys can see it here. It says, I'd like to change it for a chiropractic business.
Yeah, and then the prompt back, like asking those questions, that only costs $287, and then it's when I answered those questions. Yeah. So it had some reference to go start building. That's when it built it for 40.
And so there's another place you can actually remix apps too, and that's in our template gallery. So if you go to overskill.com and you log into your account and you go to templates, you can see this whole template gallery, and we have over 250 templates in here. And so if you click on any one of these, in these windows, it will actually allow you to remix it and prompt it before it brings it into your account. Either way, it doesn't change anything.
It'll confirm we're about to add this, but you can that's the confirm to start using it. But if you do a live preview, you can remix it, and that'll take you to the remix page.
Yeah, so you can prompt it before, or you can prompt it after it's been brought into your account. Either way, it doesn't change much of anything other than exactly when you did it, because it has to bring it into your account either way. So hopefully that answers that a little bit. And then also somebody had asked, is there any way to know how many credits it's going to use before you remix an app? And just the quick, honest answer is no. Like we've talked about a little bit as far as guessing on how many credits something is going to use. And to be honest with you guys, it would just be a guess, and it wouldn't be very accurate. And then I think it would cause a lot more heartache than it would solve if we tried to be able to do that, because there's so many factors that go into how many credits are used to create an app, that go from all the way to how complex your app is, to if there are any errors like we talked about earlier, what changes you're asking it, what even like literally the time of day and how much caching you've had for all of this context, because a lot of this stuff changes based off of things that are even outside of our control. And so I wanted to frame that for you guys just to make sure you understood that too, that there is no way for us to guess how many credits something is going to cost for you guys to remix it into your account. And I wanted to make sure that 14,000 credit thing was talked about, because I think even though 14,000 credits, like I know that's a lot, but reframing it and thinking like, okay, I know about 12,000 credits is about $100 because that's what we charge for it. Like, $100 like plus 2,000 credits, so a little bit more than $100, and I get a fully built app for my business. Like, that's sick. I'll take that any day of the week. Like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that helps a little bit with that. Let me know if there are any more questions on stuff like that we can answer for you guys, because I definitely want to make sure we address all of that for you. So Shade, you asked about how can we make the remix link just for one person to remix rather than making it publicly available. So the only way to do that currently is to allow your app to be remixed, grab that remix link for them, give it to them, and then turn it off. And then that would be how you could give it to them only and make sure it's not remixed again.
Yeah, I can show that real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, in your dashboard, which is right next to your preview, all the way in settings, you can go down to remix settings and allow others to remix this app. You can include messages or no messages. If you save those remix settings and then you go up to the top right next to publish, that's where you can share and copy a remix link to send to somebody else. If you turn off remix off in settings again, then you won't have this remix link to send to others.
Yeah, but nobody's going to stumble upon that. Like, if somebody stumbled upon this, it would be insane. So, like, you don't have to worry about anybody stumbling upon it in the tiny little window that you're giving it out to your friend, unless they shared it or something like that.
Yeah.
But again, you would just turn it back off, and then it wouldn't be remixed. So hopefully that answers your question, Shade. I also see a couple questions about duplicating in your own account. So if you want to remix your own apps because you want to take a new refresh on those, you can do that. Again, duplicating it within your own account, like I said, it should cost little to no credits because it's just copying it over. But again, if the AI, when it copies it over, notices there are errors or notices anything else that goes on, and it just fixes it for you, those might cost, but we're talking like a few hundred, even that. And that's, again, only if it runs into any problems because it noticed there was an error that it needed to fix, which it just does for you. So basically little to no credit usage on remixing an app in general, even within your own account. And then somebody else asked about duplicating in or remixing and how they keep the original version. Because it's basically just like copying and pasting. You can think of it very simply like that. It's not that simple, but if you were to copy and paste like a Word document, the original Word document still exists. And so if you were copying your app and bringing it somewhere else or refreshing it in your own account or giving it to someone else, like yours still exists. So hopefully that answers a few of those questions. And so while I answer a few more questions as people kind of get rolling in and asking questions, we're gonna do this Get Junky with it, but we wanted to do it in one of y'all's verticals live here with you guys. So let us know what is something you're doing that you would like your own version of Get Junky with it, and we are gonna remix it right now and give it over to you guys. So go ahead and flood the chat. Let us know what vertical. So if you're a chiropractor like he used earlier, or if you are a hair salon owner, or if you're a coach, consultant, if you have a pressure washing, car detailing, whatever, like let us know what that is, and we'll start picking somebody here in a little bit. But like I said, I want to answer a few more questions. So no, remixing does not bypass the wait list. But thank you for bringing that up, because we actually do have something for you guys here on the live call that I meant to mention earlier. But we have codes for you guys available that do allow you to bypass the wait list. And so if you have somebody that you wanted to give that to, you definitely could. And we'll share that here in the chat in just a little bit. But no, remixing on its own does not allow them to bypass the wait list. You can actually just give them you can also just give them one of your own invite links. A lot of you guys should have those in your dashboard as well. And that will actually also set you up as an affiliate for them, which has a bunch of other perks and stuff like that later on down the line.
Yeah, so on the live page, you'll see all these remix below the video, and that's where the live code is right there.
There you go.
And then you click on the link and you enter the code right there. All right, we got life insurance, retirement income strategy.
Carpet cleaning, I saw.
Ooh, pressure washing would be good. That's the one you were working on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've already got one, and it's in the template gallery, so you can just go ahead and snag that if you want it.
What's it called?
It is called. Let's actually just go look. Let's go look. Overskill.com. I think it's called Pro Pressure. I can't remember what I called it. Well, I didn't even call it. It was whatever Overskill called it.
Right.
So let's see if I can actually spell. Hydroforce. Thank you.
Hydroforce. That's
Hydroforce Pressure Pro. So this is one I made. I do not have a pressure washing company or anything like that. But I was just trying to think of stuff. And so, dude, if you have a pressure washing company, here's one for you. I added this little fun little thing, like you can wash away the grime to reveal a free quote. So pretty cool. I thought it was neat, but yeah, I've got all this stuff. It's got services. It's got a book now. It's got a backend admin panel with CRM and stuff like that, all fully built out. And I spent probably somewhere around 70K credits on this. And so you have it as a template, like to totally take it, use it. And so a few more questions. So no, that live code, Penny, that live code that's down below, if you were to share that, it wouldn't attach to your affiliate. You in your own account have your own affiliate codes. So make sure you're using those if you're wanting to actually be an affiliate. Yeah, the live code is just for anybody on the call to be able to bypass the wait list. It's not for y'all to receive commissions and stuff like that. So if you want to be able to do that, make sure you're using the proper one there.
Marie, that's a great suggestion. I'll try to work that into Overskill Live page after the call.
Oh yeah, that is a good suggestion. All right, any more last call for the verticals and stuff like that, and we're gonna live remix it for you guys.
I think we have the pressure wash and life insurance.
Okay.
I feel like it worked really well for the pressure washing one, but I know you already kind of built one.
Yeah,
but it makes sense for like the crew route and.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Life insurance, retirement income strategy. I'm going to keep looking at people's. Here. Make sure I'm able to look at everybody's messages here real quick. Yeah, Dan, so you're asking about Claude's peak hours being 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and that having an effect on costs and stuff like that. Yeah, that can definitely affect things too. If you're using Opus and stuff like that versus using Overskill Max or using a different model, like all of those are super model dependent and a bunch of other things that are, like I said, outside of our control on that sort of thing. Still keep the original app. Oh, so Curtis, you asked if there's any advantage to having your apps be remixed. If somebody remixes your app and they don't have an Overskill account yet, and they join because of your account, I believe, Jason, will you confirm? Does that make them an affiliate? Yeah. So that makes you an affiliate of theirs. So yeah, you'll get 20% of their subscription. So every single month that they're paying, 20% kickback will be to you. So that's one of the advantages to having Remix. And so showing it off is like anybody who jumps on your page and because of you, they click on that Remix link and start an Overskill account, like you become an affiliate.
All right, I think I'm going to run with the carpet cleaning.
Okay, I like that.
Because that's different than pressure washing, but I think the crew route kind of works into that. So let's see. All right, so this is the template page of Get Junky With It. So I'm just going to create my own version, and let's call it Great Carpet Cleaning. It's going to create my copy, and it's setting up the remix right now. And then I don't know if I want to give it too many details at first.
Great carpet cleaning. I like that.
Because maybe I'll just kind of do what I did with the chiropractic one and just say, hey, can we change this to my carpet cleaning business, my mobile carpet cleaning business?
Yeah. And here's something too. We're gonna definitely show off as we build it. Is like someone in the chat asked earlier. When it comes to building and using certain models, like should we do it prompt by prompt, or if we use like a really smart model, should we give it like a million different ideas all at once? And so here's my honest advice on building an Overskill, regardless of whatever model you use, is do it prompt by prompt. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One of which is you can slowly iterate and build up to an app that you really, really love. And if you didn't love something, it's very easy to scale back, because if you add 10 things all at once and then something in your app gets broken, it's hard to know, like, oh, what in the world did it? Like I asked it to do 10 things all at once. I don't know what exactly caused it to go on the fritz or anything like that. Not that that's like common or likely to happen, but the more that you add to it and give it too much to do all at once, it very likely could cause issues for you later down the line. And so the best thing to do is, just like with anything, build iteratively and test as you go. And so like when we've built all of our apps, like just giving it one prompt, seeing if it worked out. It says it did it. I'll make sure it actually works. Great, it did work. Or like, oh, that didn't actually work. Taking a picture, sending the errors to it, being like, hey, this didn't work like I wanted to, fixing all of that, then moving on to the next thing. And so instead of juggling 10 balls in the air, you're only juggling one, which is just playing catch with yourself. And that's much easier.
Yeah, I did that for the chiropractic one. I think I showed that off. Like, it gave that hero image, and I couldn't see the text. And I simply just took a screenshot, sent it. I was like, hey, can't read the text. And it's like, yeah, let me fix that for you. So, yeah, screenshot is your friend for any errors that you see. Or just, like, maybe stuff you just don't know how to explain. Like, you could screenshot and say, hey, this looks off. Can we fix this?
Yeah,
and it has context.
That's so good. Because, dude, I can't tell you how many times Jason, who's one of our, or is the designer for Overskill, has all these nice words like wrapping and padding and things that I don't know what any of that means. And so what I do is I literally just take a screenshot and say like, hey, this looks bad. Please fix. I want it to look more like this. And what's great is I don't have to know all of the proper language. I don't have to. I don't have to know how to code, work databases, or even design. Like, I can just literally take a screenshot of what I like, what I don't like, give it to Overskill and say like, make it more like this or fix this. And it works. And that's what's so cool is like, it's now freed me up to be more creative, to have like an actual way of implementing my ideas in a way that has been really cool. And so here, see, you can kind of see here, it's imported Get Junky With It. So like Get Junky With It is here, but this is not how it's going to stay because he's given it a prompt. And so you can kind of see this task progress bar on the left-hand side. This is what it's doing piece by piece that's actually going to fully change the app. And so the very first thing it's working on is like renaming and updating the project brief. So it's going to completely change it from here. And so while we wait on this to build, I want to answer a few more questions for you guys. Oh, this is really good. Okay, so Shade asked a question about adding clients and things to your app. And so here's what's really cool is if you have an app, like let's say my Hydro Force Pressure Pro, this app, here's what you can do. This is how you add people to your apps. And so if you go over to your dashboard, so click on any of your apps, click on this little window here. It will either say dashboard itself if this is compressed, your side menu is compressed, or it'll just be this little window here. And so click on this, and you can just scroll down, and here's all of the things that you can do in your dashboard, one of which is users. And so here's what's really cool is you can manage these members all from the people who actually have access to your specific workspace, which is your workspace in Overskill, not your workspace in this specific app. So this is your platform team, your platform users, but this is your specific app users. So these are for your app that you are currently in, your app users and their roles. And so you can create roles. So if you wanted to, you could create a super admin role who is even higher above an administrator. And so you could give your client the administrator role and set their permissions like, oh, here's all their permissions they can have. And give yourself the super administrator role and make sure you have even higher permissions than they do, or making sure that they don't have access to the same things you do. So you can actually give them over something, give them access to the app in a way that you still retain the most control and they retain an admin access, but still have access that only is something you are giving them. And so you can do that in this users panel. You can see all of your active users, all of this sort of stuff. I need to restore admin access to my own app because I guess I took it away. But you can see all of that when they got added, all of that sort of stuff. Or just like anything in Overskill, you can literally just tell it. And so you could just say like, make myself a super admin who has access to all parts of the app, but make Carrie, my dog washing client, only have access to make her an admin, but only give her access to this specific things and at this specific, even specific times, all of that sort of stuff.
I'm
You can
seeing,
have all
I'm
that
seeing
set.
AI credits like under the user no wallet. Obviously, you don't have a wallet, so can you create wallets for people to use your credits on your
Yes.
account?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can create wallets. You can even create plans, like you see plan there. If you're charging like a monthly thing, like if you have a subscription model to your app, you can monitor what plan they're on. You can monitor what wallets they have access to, how much. So you can set like, oh, I give them a wallet of 100 credits every week.
Yeah.
So that way once they hit that wall, they're not going to go over it. And if they do, they'd be charged more for it. So all of that sort of stuff can be set in this user's part of your dashboard. But again, all that can also be set in the composer window, where you literally just ask Overskill and say like, I want to make sure my people only have 100 credits per week or whatever, something like that. So
Dante might have to look into that because he's giving me access to his account. So I just use all of Dante's credits.
there you go. Sweet. So hopefully that answers your question, Shade. I'm going to... So to be clear, you can't bill clients within your own app to have their own app. I think that's what I did in my own app, and I think it wasn't the right thing to do. Shade, I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. But send us an email and with a little bit more details, and we'll try and look into that for you. But hopefully what we just talked about will answer a little bit of what you're looking for. Then we answered Penny, we answered Shade. Puts them on the wait list. Yes, Penny, it still puts them on. So if they're on the wait list because of you, and it's because of your remix link, like yes, you'll be attached as the affiliate.
This one by Sharon.
Oh, I didn't say that. If I make an app for someone that includes being able to enter data for themselves, how do credits work? Do they get charged for credits when adding data, or do I? Are there credits involved at all? I.e., if entering nutrition macros daily to a health app, not clear on usage versus build credits.
Usage shouldn't matter if they're inputting through your app. That shouldn't charge. They shouldn't be using any credits from you. That's only if you're implementing some AI feature into your app that they have to use. So if they're inputting something into like an AI chat that's built into your app, that's when the credits would be put on you. So I think for what you have right there, I don't think you'd be charged any credits for a user just putting in data for like nutrition at all.
No, you wouldn't be. And so one thing too to expand off of that is you can implement AI features into your app. We talked a little bit about that yesterday. And what's really cool is if you do have that kind of stuff in your account or in your apps, it will take from your Overskill credits. But the way that you can make that really good for you and really profitable and actually something that's worthwhile is figuring out how many credits you want to make sure that they're using and charging them. However, so if you know it costs you, like each user, let's say we used 100 earlier, costs you 100 credits. You could just charge them, making sure that you're always on the up and profiting off of that, and it's never going to actually eat into your...
Yeah, you could have a free account on your app or a paid account where it has AI features. And so they'll be paying you and making up for the credits used for using those AI features.
Yeah, and you could at some point even make it to where you're making so much money that it pays for an even higher Overskill account that has even more credits, and you could always be buying those packs and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So yeah, it can always work out like that for sure. Yep, we addressed Marilee earlier, so that one right there. Shade, you can email support@overskill.com, or you can even email, I think support at overskill.com is going to be your best one for that. I have a group habit tracker. Do you mind going up just one? Thank you, sir. I have a group habit tracker. Are credits used for checking off actions, uploads, or commenting on the team wall? Shade, no. So credits would only be used by your users if you have them using AI features. but those are just features of your app, like using a checklist as a part of your app, having image uploads as a part of your app, commenting on your app. All of that stuff is really stuff that would go on your database. And we talked about a little bit that stuff yesterday. All of that is included in your subscription up to a certain amount. But for users, for the whole of most users, you won't have to worry about your storage ever running out. And if you do hit a limit, we'll reach out and we'll be honest about all of the data used, billing, all of that sort of stuff. And it also means probably that you're killing it. And so, like, yeah, I can afford to be charged for data because, like, my app's going really well. So hopefully that answers your question, Shade.
All right, this remix are around 60%, so it should finish up here shortly.
No, we answered that one. Yellow warning, restore admin access in the user's menu. Yeah, so that was just because I did used to have admin access to my own app. I just removed it because I don't ever really use it. And I was also testing things. So it notices that I'm an active user because I'm in there now where I wasn't. And so it's telling me like, hey, you're using it, but you don't technically have admin access. Like you need to fix that, which is cool. Thanks for telling me that, Overskill. People look at their credit spend. You can see the details about credit usage on any specific app. Yeah, John, that's totally true. So if you go to your usage panel, which is in your app. So if you go here, you can click up here. You can also see it like in any particular app as well. You can view your usage. You can see your usage dashboard. You can see the credits used. You can even see what the usage is by app and all this other stuff. When, times of days, what models you've been using. So for those of you guys who want to make sure you're on top of that sort of stuff, that's where you can do that. Add someone as an admin. So Jenny, if you add someone as an admin, how do they access it? So here's what it really, again, depends on the app. But so for this one that I've set up, this Hydroforce one, let me go in here and fix this really quick for you guys just to show that off. So Robertson. So boom. Okay. So now if I go here, let me grab that. And I want to go to the admin panel. So on this specific app, I made sure to hide it as a button because I didn't want anybody just to be able to press it. I mean, they wouldn't have access, so it wouldn't necessarily be an issue. But I hid it just so that way nobody else could access it. So I actually just hid it behind \admin. And so I just need to refresh. So real quick, let me sign in. I don't actually keep track of my passwords anymore. I have password managers that do that, so I'm having to find it.
Are you just showing them signing in from the admin panel?
Yeah, just to show you like how you could actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, I have it on the Get Junkie one, so if
there
I
you
go
go.
to the admin page, that you're gonna get this log out and sign back in. And then obviously it's going to show like if it's by email or Google Auth or Apple. And and then it'll go to your email to sign in straight from there.
Yeah. And so where your users will access your admin dashboard is, and there you go, I'm logged in. Is so you can set all of that up in your account. And so you can see here in the Hydroforce one, I've got this, I'm previewing it as an admin right now. And so all of this stuff lives behind /admin. And I removed the login because I used to have a button up here.
That's what I was going to say. You can add a button. Like you can even put it at the bottom of the page, like admin access.
Yeah, you can put it down here and say like quick links, admin access or admin portal, or just have it say admin. But I removed all that just because I wanted to see what it would do. And so then here's what my admin portal looks like. It's got a calendar. It's got all the bookings. It's got a CRM on whether or not they actually did it. And so, yeah. So the way I access it is by going to specifically for me, going to my app's URL and just hitting /admin. It takes me to a login page, and that's how you do it. So hopefully that answers your question. Can you share yesterday's app? Yeah, we'll put that down there in the bottom. We'll put that down there in the bottom for you, Shade.
Which one was that?
I think yesterday's. I'll grab that for you real quick. I think it was the detail book. I'll share that real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I made changes, so I'm going to publish those changes for you. Make sure it's up to date for you. So Curtis, you asked about Google Maps integration, and so here I'm going to read it out for everybody. So I'd asked Overskill about the Google Maps integration. If you connect to Google Maps, is that just for the current or single app you are working on? Does that connection work for any app you want to build with a mapping feature like location validation or route planning? So if you connected it to your Overskill account, that integration can be given to any app that you make in the future. But it only will be given to apps that you ask it to add it to. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. So if you're currently working in an app and you asked it like, hey, I want to have a Google Maps integration, and it prompted you, you clicked on the Composio integration, you went through all of that, then it should be added to your app. Now the integration exists in your account now, but it doesn't mean that it's automatically been coded into all of the apps. So
team level.
Okay, so it exists team level. Thank you, Jason. So it exists team level on your account, but it doesn't mean it exists in all of your apps. You'd have to ask in the individual apps because it's not going to build anything you didn't ask it to. And so I think
that's a great one to keep in mind for Dante because I know he's working on his fishing app.
Yeah.
The Google Maps and like specific locations where there's like hot spots for tournaments and people who catch a lot of fish.
All right, and I think is it done?
Yeah. So
we heard the little. We've got a little button. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Little that was easy, but the Overskill chime. Sorry, did not mean to do it again.
So so we've got a page now from just switching it to my carpet business, and it looks like it used almost 11,000 credits. And it gave a few suggestions. The prices are sensible placeholders. Set them to real rates. Before and after is AI generated. So yeah, it added a few photos in here of before and after carpet cleaning. And it looks like it kind of took my get junky with it per like how large of a dumpster rental, or it turned it into rooms. So whole home kind of gives you those estimates. And the specialty, oh, cool. So we can do area rug cleaning, upholstery and sofa. And if I go to the checkout or booking page, kind of gives you why choose great carpet company. So yeah, I mean, this kind of like plays into kind of the junk removal and dumpster rental because it's like, what do you need cleaning? Access details, because obviously we're going to come to the house if we need to know anything about the location. Let's go back. Let me refresh.
This is crazy. This was just that one single prompt of make it was
Yeah,
the
I just
verbatim
said
just make
I
it
wanted-
for a carpet cleaning business.
Yeah, my mobile carpet cleaning business called the Great Carpet Company.
Great carpet cleaning company. That's all. Or no, sorry, even just great carpet company. That's so sick. That's so sick. For the cost of a sentence, $100, you get a built-out app. That's insane, man. And it even gives you suggestions. Oh, I wanted to brag about this because I don't think people know this, because even, I'll be honest, I didn't know this. But those suggestions that live there, down there at the bottom, those are deep research from Perplexity AI that we do for you guys on each individual app that you guys create. So every single time you visit this composer for your apps, we eat that cost because we want you guys to build, and like we want to make sure your apps are good and like are always sort of cutting edge. And so these specific suggestions that you guys are going to see at the bottom of your apps when you do that, these are deep researched, and it compares it to what you have versus what you might want. And so these suggestions, I'll be so honest, are how I mostly build.
That's what I said yesterday.
It's like I'll start building something and I'm like, oh, what do I? And I like ponder for a second and I just look at the suggestions like, oh wait, that's actually a good idea. Like I'll just do that.
But it's even a great starting point. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You see a suggestion, you're like that's a great idea, but like I could tweak that. I could change that and make it better.
Yeah, and so like I said, these are deep research by Perplexity. That's a cost that we eat for like on the front end for you guys, because we want to make sure you guys are building and like have all of this stuff at the best that we can for you guys at your fingertips at all times. So, dude, it added these images too.
Yeah, added this.
I love that the carpet behind, the little rug behind him says fresh carpets. That's awesome. Dude, this is cool. You've got the services, pricing, how it works, reviews, and that was 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, changed the colors, kind of kept the same background and like the hazard thing.
But I mean, I like it.
But I mean, that's
you don't,
that's
you can
what
change
you can
it.
change.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is like it keeps like this booking like for a free quote. And it probably keeps the admin side of it too. And I think that's a big thing. If we can load the admin page, yeah. So it'll have the overview and operations
awesome.
in the back end.
Holy cow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, hey, I forgot exactly who asked for it, but here is the Great Carpet Company. Fully remixed. We already spent the remix. So not only did we did Chad build out the original one that was like 100,000 credits, it's now been remixed for an additional 11,000 credits.
Yeah.
All on our, like, a cost to us, we wanted to give out to you guys. So we'll throw this in the bottom of the page too. We'll send it in the chat, so you guys have that. And yeah, you guys can just start building from here, or even just remixing and just taking this. Like, it just works. And so I hope more than anything what you guys can even see is what's really cool is, yes, we have a lot of stuff for you guys. But even if you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been building on past software, or you have even just really old websites or webinars or whatever it is, you guys can bring that stuff over to Overskill, remaster it, remake it, make it fully functioning in all of the new ways that it needs to be, with just a few prompts. Like, we even had a friend who has a local business that they had a website for a super long time, and they tried to hire people out to fix it. And they were like, this is so old, I don't even know what to do with it. Like, I don't even know how to fix it at this point. And so we literally just took it, like the website, copy and pasted the URL into Overskill and said like, hey, remake this into like a new app for this, like this current decade. And it did. Like, and you guys can do that. So last thing, of course, is before we go, is we're gonna do a giveaway. So today is gonna be What's today going to be, Chad? What do you think today should be?
If I pull a Dante, I'll say 10K credits.
Okay, we'll do 10K.
He likes to give those out.
Yeah, we'll do 10K. Because here's the thing. This is actually our last live for the week. We're not going to be here tomorrow, but we'll be back again next week. And so if you guys can, leave us some comments and suggestions in this chat. Follow us on socials. Leave comments there if there are anything that you guys ever need. Any suggestions on the lives that you guys want to see. Because for real, I hope what comes across the most is that we are genuinely here to serve you. We want to help you guys succeed. We want to set you up for success. We want to make the app as best we can for you guys to use it really well. So, let us know.
Yeah, I just added the link right under the video, so you can click on that, and you should be able to create your own version of the Great Carpet Company.
There you go. And we'll probably end up, even adding this to templates and stuff because it's so dang good. Chad's a rock star. So, go ahead, let us know what we can do for you guys in the chat. If there's any other questions, might not be able to get to it today, but we review this stuff, we look at it, and we really, really try our best to make sure this stuff is great for y'all. So, while we get this all loaded up, get everybody into the wheel to spin for 10K credits. Again, at the bottom of the page, you'll see an early access link. If you haven't gotten it yet, jump in, skip the wait list, get in there, start building. I think as soon as you start, that's when it all clicks. I remember having my first moment building an Overskill and just being like, this is stupid how it's able to do this. This is crazy. So those ideas that you've had, the apps you've been wanting to build, the software that you wish existed, it does exist now. We are the app that builds apps. We're here to help you guys ship your ideas and build with words. So if you haven't joined yet, go ahead and do that now. We appreciate y'all. We love you guys a ton. I hope this continues. This community continues to be really, really awesome. So all that being said, 10K credit giveaway coming in live for you guys. You guys should see it right below the video. There's going to be a little spinner. Let's see.
All right, and we'll spin.
Let's see.
Looks like it's Tim Hewitt. Yeah, Tim.
It is Tim Hewitt.
It says 5K, but it's 10K. So
sorry, Tim. No, you only get 5. Those are the rules. That's what it says. I'm just kidding, Tim. I'm just kidding. So, Tim, email us social@Overskill. And honestly, Tim, you're so active in the channel. We got you. We'll get that. We'll get that in your account right now. So appreciate you a ton. Appreciate all of you guys a ton. Tim, you're a rock star. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And yeah, we will see you guys Monday at 11:30. Yeah, peace out. Build over the weekend. I want to see what y'all have next week.
Yeah,
do some live app reviews or something.
For sure.
See y'all.
See ya.